So here's a contest. I now have the Valtcans, the Gundam Planet nippers, and Godhand nippers. It's a nip off. So let's see how well these cut. The packaging, Godhand brand looks pretty cool. Look at that flashy hologram. I would bet they have a lot of knockoffs, perhaps, going through. Gold lettering. This looks a lot like somebody else I know, like these Valtcans over here. Those are almost identical. Look. Identical, almost. A little bit bigger to the Valtcan covers that come with those. Of course, they do come with the felt here. Look a lot like them. Good old tried and true Gundam Planet. On the back of the Godhand, what's that look like? There is a lot of Nipponese writing back there. See that? A lot of it. Wow. So, here's a Gundam. These are just damn fine nippers. For the price of $35, and then anything else you get ships free. I'm not a big Gundam guy, but those are pretty nice. Valtcans, I mean, look at this. Look at this beautiful felt packaging here. Oh, hey, look, just like the Godhands. Must be something going on in Asia. They must like those. Valtcans, anyway, let's get them out and see how they cut sprue, okay? Okay, so the Valtcans come right out. Like those over here. Our Gundam Planets. Looks like he's kind of pulling here. It shouldn't be too hard to get out. Some raised sides here. Looky there. Those are beautiful. I do prefer these guards right here because it's really conforms really nice. I think it's probably all you really need. Huh, Godhand. Never had one of these. Hey, guess what? Almost identical to the Gundam Planets. It makes me wonder where they are actually made. These are made in Japan. Are these coming out of the same Japanese factory? The Valtcans and the Gundam Planets? I don't know. That's stapled back there. We don't care. We can say that too. Here, take it on out. Come on, baby. So, out of the protective sheaths. Time for the nip off. All right, let's get to it. Hey, one thing I did notice here. Look at this. Made in Japan. Hope you can see that. Gundam Planets are made in Taiwan. Very interesting. I never knew where the Valtcans were made. Doesn't really give a tale. Of course, I can't remember what packaging these came in. But anyway, let's get to cutting some sprue here. I have a few pieces I want to cut. First off, these are very, very fluid. Those move so well, so precise. These have a better finish to them, looks to me like. I mean, they're polished. I can tell that edge is really polished very nicely. These are right out of the package too, by the way. Gundam Planet, made in Taiwan. These are not as refined as the Godhands at all. It's interesting that that spring right there has a kind of a purple, almost like an anodization look about it. I know it's not anodized, it's not aluminum. It's steel, but that has some sort of treatment on the spring. I don't know whether that's heat treatment or that's what they do. The spring here is just sort of normal. These don't move. These are pretty good, I've got to tell you. The action of these, you know, these are looser, it's not a word. These are just more fluid, more polished. These have a sticking point here, like they're going beyond, like they're getting up into here where it's not as polished. Not a big deal. They come back, they come out, so one-hand operation. Valtcans, These do not open up as wide at all, and they're a little more crunchy. Don't know why that looks almost like a little rust around this part right here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It looks a little rusty, some comment in there. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, let's cut. Let's do a little Valtcan cutting first. Now I'm gonna just squeeze until I get a nice, let's listen if we get a pop here at the tip. Pressure. That's an audible pop, okay? Those just don't seem to slice. They do kind of put a pressure point in there as they go. These are the Gundam Planets. Let's listen. Okay, right there. Pressure. Oh, that was nice. Much nicer than the Valtcans. Matter of fact, I want to cut again. Cut another one right here. We're going to hit right on the top of that little gate. That's a little bit of a pop. Those cut really smooth. The pressure's consistent. The pressure's constant until it just gives. God hands. Okay, we've heard a lot about these. Okay, ready? Pressure. Resistance. That's like butter. There's a difference between these two, but they're really very similar. I'll try the Godhand. Okay, I've got. Let me switch to another screw. Stuff I know I need to take off here. So I need to take off these bombs right here, these big ones. Nice hair. Yeah, let me get this bomb right here. Let's do this one. Put the nipper through there. Get ready. It's there. Pressure. It just cuts so nice. These really do cut nice. Let me go back to my Gundam Planets. Those Valtcans just don't even compare. Right here. Gundam Planet right in here. Pressure. Those have an incredible... See, this is what I got on my last pair, too. I've got another pair of Gundam Planets. The ones I'm constant. These are brand new. I just bought these to have a spare backup. These right here... Let me see if I can show you guys something. I find it weird, strange. It picks it up. Right here, watch this side, the right side nipper. When I put pressure, I don't know if you can see it, that edge kind of knurls up there. It just kind of, it almost like there's, like, just on the, very thinly, right on the edge. Watch, see that crinkle? You can see it almost like you have a coating, like a chrome coating that's kind of buckling there. An outer part. Let me see if these do it. These look like the same. See, they've got that weird marble right there. Weird little defect right there. Okay. Pull them in. Yeah, that kind of has it too. Does it? Yeah, because it kind of, it looks like it's lifting chrome going that way on this. Let me just keep it still so I'm not crazy here, am I? It's not the light catching it funny. Maybe I'm crazy. But this looks almost like they've got a chrome coating. And I feel with my fingernail, yeah, that is, it's almost like it's a defect. My second pair, and they're kind of defective. The other pair I have that were broken, those are way down deep in here. Those were perfect. Those worked so well. No flaw at all in those. These seem to just, this one right here grabs. That's why I got another pair of these just to check out the quality. I know I'm going to take these off, so let me show you what, if it does it. Pressure. That cut really well. Let me try at the very front here. See there? It's got a little part there. I don't know if those need adjusted. It hangs. It pinches. It doesn't go all the way through. So it tells me this doesn't close completely all the way through. Right here at the tip. That's what was really kind of getting to me on this pair. This was, like I said, these right here were my second pair. These are the ones right out of the box right now. I really don't like that defect. Let's cut some more with this new Gundam Planet. cut right at the tip. See if these have a hang. Maybe they just need... That right there is coming... That comes right together. That slices them right off, just like the Godhands. That's fluid. I don't have any... Oh! Look at that. We have a hanger. That I did not get with my first pair. I did not get that at all. Wow. That's interesting. But that is why I've purchased the Godhand. I think I need these bombs over here. Let me try the Godhand over here. Let me see if this has any... And, like, you know, maybe the tip maybe these need adjusted to come in more. All the way closed at the tip. It doesn't feel like there's any burrs or anything up on here. Like I said, this is the second pair and they do the same thing. Now, if I let these close more, the funny thing is the second pair I've got, like I said, that flexing of the chrome back here, it's like it's really stressing it back here. It's really like almost like they're not parallel when they come together. You're getting more tension back here as you're trying to close the front part, and it's really stressing right back in here before the actual close. So what it's doing, if I want it to close more up here, that's great. But they're more, it's coming together at more of an angle. So it's coming back really tight back here, but the front part's just not quite closing up enough. If you want it to close more, that's great. But you're going to put a lot more stress back in here. I think that's why I'm showing that little bit of... I hope you can get that reflection in there when it closes. Right in here. See that? You can tell. It gets stress on this right side of the nipper, like it's really... Let's see, which side is the actual sharp cutting blade? Well, they both seem... They're sharp. They just come together at a precise angle. But it seems to me that's digging in a lot more over here. See that flex? See that flex, that little shimmer that it has, like chrome coming together. I don't know. Godhands seem to be tearing it up over here. I'm just going to be honest and frank with you. The Godhands are just try cutting with the very tip of this. These come together. Oh, they do it too. Oh, fell off. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe that's just kind of one of the things. I mean, maybe I try not to crush them together like I'm trying to cut out sheet metal here. But, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. These are pretty damn smooth little cutters here. That's what I really judge these by, is how smooth. That made a little bit of a noise. Not much. There's just no resistance. You can feel the slice right through it. All the way through. The Valtcans are there's just no comparison. These Valtcans, they are rougher. Listen, it goes flying. Well, that's not bad. These do have a little more resistance to them. I mean, geez, every single one of these looks like the other one. Except for minor differences, which would be, let me make sure all my fins are in the right spot here. Those I don't really need. Look at the ends on these. Okay, the Valtcans are much more area to cut. It's almost, if you chop this off, maybe you've got the Gundam planets there. Look at the Godhand. The Godhand is the most delicate, and the tiny one, maybe made for small children's hands. Or Japanese just build small things. They're good at it. Precision stuff. They all have different dimensions, though. Slightly different builds. Slightly different designs. From tiny to, I mean, they're all the basic same mechanic, obviously. They got the adjustment screw here. Can you even adjust? I don't see that you can adjust the Godhand. If God did it, why would you need to adjust it? I guess the theory on that. I don't know. This set screw back here determines how close it gets, obviously. I wonder if that's pinned in there just to pin these together, these two halves together. I think that's what it's either a stop here to limit the travel, and or it's pinning the shaft here when they're put together. This is like a set pin in there, maybe. I don't know. On these do have, well, now I take that back. That's a roll pin right there. That's a roll pin, so it's the same design. So this set screw here determines how closed they become. And so that gives you more closure on the Gundam Planet. Now, Gundam Planet does this. They don't have a set screw with a nut on there. They do this with an adjustable. Boy, that really goes in far, doesn't it? That's almost, if not a half, it's about a third way through. So you've got this threaded insert here with the Allen wrench on this side, and I have tried adjusting these to get a little more pinch at the end. Not these, but the other ones. That's pretty close in there. Maybe if I back this off a little, maybe it'll close a little more up here. This right here worries me. It really does. But hey, these cut great. These are cutting great. These are cutting great. Actually, these Valtcans for 35 do a pretty good job too. I mean, that's just what happens when you cut thick sprue. These right here seem like the ones. Ooh, there's a lot more force. Oh, I'm really putting a lot of force in on that. A lot of, ooh, and wham, it goes. I don't know. People say you're not supposed to cut thick sprue with those Godhands, but it's razor sharp. Why not? Here's my Gundam Planets. Here we go. Ready? Ooh, whoa! It just, you get to that certain amount of force, and it just slices right through it like hot butter. I mean, those. There's no doubt about that at all. That's cutting very nicely. Let's try one of these bomb halves. Okay, so pressure. It falls off. It's effortless. It's really good. Godhand. Come with the Godhand. See how well this works. Let's try something that's gonna. Yeah, I wish I had. I do have one over here. Almost the same identical sprue. Pick up the Godhand. Pressure. It's slicing. Yeah, you can feel it as it's slowly going through because it's so sharp. It's ground so well. Oh, it's slicing. It just stops. Look at that. Pull out. Look, it's not even going to drop because it's making such a thin slice through there. Look at that. Watch. I'll pull them apart. See? And that slices it and stays in place. That's cutting a very thin slice out of your material right there. What's it look like on the other side? That looks pretty dang nice. I don't know if you can see that at all, but it does a really nice job. I mean, that's just so effortless. Put it in here, but all of them are doing a pretty good job. That's an audible whack. The Godhands do. These do too, though. I mean, the Gundam Planet. I don't know, guys. Gundam Planet and Valtcans are about the same. Now that I start really digging into these, that surprises me because I thought the Valtcan, see that pop? Okay, Valtcans do. They're the roughest of the lot. Get right at the tip, the cutting pressure, and that was a little less angry. Let's try it up a little further down here. You still get a lot more resistance. It's a little less refined. So it's all right. I mean, if you're really, really picky, if you really, really, really want it to cut like a hot knife through butter, these Godhands are pretty hard to dismiss. They cut so well, but they're $50. Again, I got these from Gundam Planet. You can get them online, most places, $50, I think. But the Gundam Planets are $35. Now, I don't like the flaws in these. And I have, like I said, I've had a little bit more hang-ups when I'm cutting further out towards the tip of them. But these are definitely absolutely excellent quality on these Godhands. Gundam Planet, not so much. They do a really good job. They're really comparable. I think that the Godhand may be taking a thinner slice. This has, the blades on this come out to more, they have more of a open angle with the blade. The Godhand seems to be overall a much thinner, a much more acute angle. It's cut. It seems like it cuts a lot thinner of a slice. I've had no problem with the Gundam Planet, so I mean, I would say it's a matter of your choice of refinement that you want to go with. If you want to pay an extra $15, get something. I mean, these are kind of small, but these mighty nippers here, they're pretty nice. I mean, I would have to say that more money gives you a little bit better of a cut. I think it definitely gives you more of a quality about it. The Valtcans, their quality might be, let me think about this. Quality is almost on par with the Gundam Planet, really. And if you're going to have, quick shipping on Amazon, the Valtcans might just be the way to go. Because if these get here in 2 days, and they come with, their bonuses, they come with a felt pouch. And they come with, not the Godhand, but the Nanye, whatever this is. Come with this nice little head, just like the Godhands, keep them safe. These do seem a little more rugged, just like your Gundam Planets. The Gundam Planets have a different angle. Valtcans do too. The Godhand, and they're all three just a little bit different than each other. So your flavor is, I would rate the Godhands at the top. Not just because I paid more money for them, but they're really nice. Maybe it sounds stupid, but the little purple spring is kind of a cute little accent. Gundam Planets are really nice. They seem a little more beefy, more rugged than this, but they're heavier. They're not as light as these. And the Valtcans are actually lighter than the Gundam Planet. You can tell. Their build is a little slightly different. I like that they don't have the cropped off tip. I think I'm going to be keeping all 3 of these as kind of a backup. So if I have another pair that break, which I'm sure they will, then I'll have a backup for it. Anyway, so that's my opinion. 5-star, 4.5, 4-star. I would say we'd rate them, something like that. Anyway, this is Alec F1. Thanks for watching.